Hey, it's Lenny, voiceover audio engineer. I want to talk to you today just about maybe expanding your business, getting to that next level. I've been doing this, working with voiceover artists at all levels. I've been doing this for about 3, maybe 4 years. I mean, the channel's kind of younger than that, but I've been doing this for quite a while, and I've been in radio since I was 19 years old. So I've always been in the sales, marketing, and performance side of voiceover, working with radio morning shows and producing live shows and advertising campaigns and developing that kind of stuff. But more recently, since I've been working with voiceover artists, I'm noticing that there are a lot of everybody's in a different space, and I imagine that you are probably in one of these categories. There's people that are just beginning and trying to figure out what they want to do. They don't know exactly what type of voiceover they're into. There's voice actors that are maybe coming from the stage and maybe pivoting towards a voiceover on the microphone. There's a lot of ex-radio people that were in a lucrative radio career, and as that kind of seems to be shrinking, they're moving over towards doing commercial voiceover. There's just folks that have been doing voiceover for a while, and they're in an intermediate stage, and then there's the professional movie trailer people I work with, or animators that I work with, or people that have been doing this for years and years, and they've got regular clients and higher paying clients, and just a few of them, and they work directly on projects over and over again for particular clients that they have. So there's all different stages. Now, I think the voiceover artists that are kind of in the earlier part of their career, just starting, or they're trying to work from voiceover platforms, they're getting their feet wet, they're starting to make a few bucks, and they're expanding their client list. That is one of the biggest areas of voiceover artists that find marketing a really big challenge. It's like, how do you get to that next level? How do I go from, working off Fiverr, making a few bucks, and just having 1-2 jobs, auditioning a lot, maybe just having 2 clients, 1-2 clients a week, a couple clients a month. How do you get to that next stage to making some real money, and then, buying more equipment, and, just working up? How do you do that? What's the best way? And there's a lot of ways to do it. But I want to tell you a little story, and I think this is really it relates. I promise you it's going to make sense here at the end. When my wife and I promise you this is going to make sense. When I met my wife, we met online. It was online dating, and that was 13 years ago, because we've been married 12 years, and we knew each other a year before we got married. And we were in our mid-30s at the point, so we're both older, and a little older. And then we also were ready to get married. We're both ready to get married. But before I met her, when I was on the dating site, right? I think it was eharmony.com. I had met a bunch of prospects, but it wasn't quite the right fit. And I remember, you have to fill out your profile, your online dating profile for eHarmony. You got to answer a bunch of questions. This is what I like. These are the things I'm into. This is who I am. This is what I prefer. Or these are my plans. And then you actually make a bio too, right? You actually make a biography on your profile, and you say who you are and what you're looking for. And what I put on my dating profile was what I thought a prospective companion would want. I love to travel, work out 5 times a week, whatever. I just put all the stuff that I thought you were supposed to put. And what was happening is I was meeting prospects, but it wasn't the right fit. And that happened over and over again. And I was ready. I was really looking to get married. I wanted to start a family, and I wanted to settle down, the whole thing. I remember coming to the realization that if I want to find the right fit, I have to put who I really am in that profile, even if it's embarrassing. And I kind of changed my approach, and I had to figure this out, because I kept failing, right? I kept meeting people that weren't the right connection. It wasn't the right fit. So I rewrote my whole profile. I rewrote it, and to be like blatantly, almost to a detriment, blatantly honestly who I was. I even said things that were a little embarrassing. And I'll share them with you, and this is embarrassing right now. I remember putting in my profile, I love pumpkins. And the reason is because my birthday is around October, and it's around Halloween, and it reminds me of the time, and I just like that whole thing. And that's a good part of the year, whatever. Like I said, it's embarrassing, right? I love thunder and lightning. And it's because I like the sound that the thunder makes, and I feel it in the bass response and stuff. And I just put all these things that I'm into, and it really painted a picture of my personality and who I am and stuff. I swear, and it is a little embarrassing. I become vulnerable. I had to become vulnerable, say who I really was. My point here is, as soon as I did that, the next date I went on was my wife. And we didn't really talk details about our dating profiles until much later, several months after we were dating for a while. But we talked about how it resonated with her. What I wrote gave her a picture into my personality, and vice versa. I remember reading hers and feeling the same way. It's like, wow, she's really. We're on the same channel. We're in the same frequency here. We're resonating, right? And here's my point. If you're working on voiceover platforms, I promised you this would come around. You are online voiceover dating. It's the same thing. And when you're working off platforms, whether it's Fiverr or some of the pay-to-play sites, or if you just have a bunch of videos on YouTube and a website and you are putting yourself out there, you have to say who you are. And what does that mean when it comes to voiceover? How does that translate? You have to specifically express what your skill set is in detail. And what happens is you end up resonating and you end up becoming search results for the people looking for that specific skill. And I'll give you an example. If you put on your profile that you're trying to be everything for everybody, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I'm good at this, I'm good at all these things, and it's just a mix of everything, you're just up against everybody else, all the other people that have put everything on their site, and you blend in, you become wallpaper. You don't stand out. But when you specify, you have a specialty, and you figure out what you're really good at and what your skill set is and what your superpower is, what your gifts are as a performer, as a voiceover person, and you share that on your profile, the people that are looking for that specific thing will see you. That's how SEO works. It's online voiceover dating. You're doing the same thing. The reason why I'm telling you this is the foundation, this is the root of my brand new bio writing course. And I go through all these steps to help bring out what your specialty, what your superpower, and what your voiceover gift is, so you can write a bio and so you can attract the right type of people online. Because when you connect with the right person that's looking for your skill, you're helping their project and they're helping you do what you love to do and what you're the best at. It's a synergy. And so I wanted to share that story with you and hopefully show you the thought process of how I'm approaching a different type of bio writing for your profile. Again, working with all these different people online, I see common issues and I see common problems, and I want to share my experience with voiceover and radio and sales and marketing and offer this to you. It's a free course, by the way, lennyb.com. It's the free bio writing course, and it's been released and it's available now. I'm on your team. I want to help you succeed, and I want also to offer some shortcuts. I've done things within the voiceover business or the industry of performing and marketing and broadcasting, and I've made mistakes and I've learned. I've done, there's lennyb.com, and the YouTube channel that you're watching right now is the fifth iteration. I tried and failed, and this is the one that worked. And there's a reason, is because I say who I am, I show you what my specialty is, and I am vulnerable. I'm being myself, and I think that's one of the main reasons why this channel is doing so well, and I love it. It's really easy to be who I am and show you my skill set, which is EQ and compression and making things sound good. I love to do it. It comes naturally to me, but it ends up working because it's exactly what we talked about. It's like being vulnerable and showing your skill set will attract. It's kind of the way the internet's set up. It attracts the people that are interested in that specific thing. It's quite beautiful, actually, really. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the bio writing course. I wanted to share that with you. I'm Lenny B, VoiceOver audio engineer. Let's make what you're doing better. Let's make your voice sound better. Let's make your marketing effort better. Let's make you better at doing what you love to do and being successful at it.